All words. All right. What is up, business nerds? Michelle and I are going to the bar.
We found the bar.
I was going to say, Michelle's been drinking already. I'm going to tell
We
you.
got Martha Woodward in the house. Thanks for jumping on, Martha.
You bet.
Short notice, live show.
Martha
You
said
get
I've been drinking all
any
week.
excuse
I just ordered my
to
first
pull up a
one.
beer.
I should be good.
Cheers.
I got the stack.
Yeah, you're ready to roll.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't sure if you had one, so I was
And-
like, oh, I better grab one for
Thank
myself.
you.
And I better grab one for Michelle in case
Thank you
she
so much.
Oh, my
You're
goodness.
sweet.
So we're going live from a live thing. We're at the Conquer Summit, you guys. We're in Clearwater Beach, Florida, doing live things. The lighting is kind of goofy, but
It's a little weird.
Work. It'll
Maybe
work.
we can sit back.
We're a little shadowy. We'll
That's
go back
okay.
by the bar. Whatever. You don't need to see us that much anyway. But Michelle and I were chatting, and one of the things that's coming up, when we're at these live events, we're also thinking about the next event that's coming up.
Yep.
And where we're going to add more value to people, which would be really so Michelle and I have this view of like the walkthrough here. And
Yep.
we got folks walking behind. So if we look like we get distracted or excited or
That's what we're
scared,
doing.
it's because somebody else is walking by, and you'll be able to judge their character based on our facial expressions. But we want to talk about the ROCKSTAR Admin Bootcamp. Did I get that right?
It's actually Admin Bootcamp Adventure. We're
Admin
going on
Bootcamp
an adventure. Yeah, we
Ooh.
rock started totally out,
Okay.
and we rocked off the stage and out to the camp. So
Ooh.
we've just rebranded a little bit,
I like the adventure.
and we're on an adventure.
That explains the campfires around.
it, doesn't it?
Did you get fire marshal approval?
No, not
Good.
quite.
I'm very much an ask for forgiveness, not permission.
So
that
am
always
I.
backfires.
So
So
am I. So am I.
let me do. I
So
gotta.
we are Admin Bootcamp Adventure.
I gotta like
Good
pull this
stuff.
up on my phone so I can see
Please
what's going
do.
on. There we
Please
go.
do.
There we go. We're out there.
I love it.
So do us a favor, everybody that's checking in. Hey, check in. Throw some
Yeah.
comments in. There's
Say
on the live feed. I don't really think you can do it on YouTube, but we'll be able to see who you are if you're on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, hit the StreamYard button thing, drop your name in so we can see who you are, and tell us about your admin situation, because that's what this is all going to be about. And I prompted. Oh, and then share it. We need you to share it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's weird if I
Please
share
share.
it. It's weird if I share my own thing, but I do it sometimes because more of you need to see it.
Yeah.
I shared it to my page. Martha's sharing it right now. I can
She's
see
sharing
the way
away.
her face looks. She's doing the thing. But here's the deal, guys. I wrote up a little blurb,
Okay.
and I'm not a great blurber.
That's okay. Give it to me.
Okay.
What is it?
But my blurb was I'm paraphrasing myself. Is that weird to paraphrase yourself?
No, it's
My-
not if you're Dan Plata.
Okay, yeah, you're right. So essentially, for those of you that are scaling your businesses, some of you already know this. Some of you are about to find this out. That admin role, that office manager role,
Yeah.
is the most important role in your business. Not even a little bit close, right? You'd think it'd be operations, or you'd think it'd be marketing, or maybe recruiting. Or maybe bookkeeping. Probably
Could be.
bookkeeping is what you would think, but not even bookkeeping. The person that truly runs your business, the quarterback of your business, the traffic controller
Sure.
of your business, is that admin person. It's your office
100%.
manager. They touch everything,
They do.
and hope to God you don't, as the business owner.
We want you
'cause
out
you
of there.
can't scale a business with you touching everything.
So
You've probably found that out the hard way.
So true.
That office manager role needs to run your business and run the day to day. And if they aren't equipped, I'm looking at the monitor. The camera's
Yeah.
up there. I guess
That's okay. It's okay. We're right here.
But if you can't find that role and get somebody in that role who's capable and get them trained up to actually run your business, you're gonna be spinning in circles.
You are.
And we see it over and over again of people that get distressed when they start getting multiple trucks and they
Yeah.
start trying to scale. And a lot of times they go get technicians first,
They do.
and they try to be the admin, which is business owners. We are terrible admin people.
It's hard.
We're the worst.
It's hard.
And I would say, as a guy that runs a recruiting business, it's actually easier to go hire admin people than it is to hire technicians.
It is.
And I think they free us up more.
They do.
We might be able to work in the field, we might be able to do sales, we might be able to do marketing, but they free us up more, but only if we actually train them well. And so many times we
that's true.
hire them and we're like, okay, here's my CRM.
Yeah. Hey, good luck. Yeah, I'm out. It's
Good
so
luck.
true. And here's the funny thing about business owners. I'm guilty of this. I'm a classic visionary, right? So I'm 100% visionary. Haley Baker, what's up? So I'm a visionary.
You guys
and-
want to be live?
Yeah, come
We're
in
gonna
and
be
pop in
live.
and say hi.
We're talking about,
boot
training
camp,
up an admin person.
boot camp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're talking about all the things.
When you're doing
We're doing it right
Well,
now.
it's not happy hour time. It's just dinner
Come
time.
on in. Just peek your head around the corner and say hi to everybody.
Lee Baker's
Come
in
on
the
around.
house.
Look right there. Look, it's Lee Baker.
It's Lee
Hey,
Baker.
Martha.
Martha's here.
Martha.
Of course.
Are you guys live?
We are
We're
live.
live.
Of course,
Well,
Oh,
Martha's on mute. Martha, you're on mute.
we are.
Just FYI. Just FYI. And Brandon
I,
Lazard didn't want to be on the camera.
Yeah, Brandon.
He's hiding.
Brandon
You
took
ditched
off.
us.
Brandon's hiding.
Lee sent his admins.
He did.
Yes,
he
I
did.
did.
Back in March.
Oh.
He sure did.
Yep.
Yep.
He sure did.
So
And
Yes.
they came back new and improved.
Yes.
Like
Although
the new
they're
model.
fantastic. Those two were fantastic.
The 2022 model.
Well,
But now, what about the
fantastic.
2023 model? You got to
You just
upgrade.
never know. You just never know. Okay, so
Yeah.
back to being a business owner. I was saying that a lot of business owners are visionaries, and admins are not visionaries. They
No.
need a checklist, they need a box to go through, they need a workflow, a script, a sales workflow, whatever. They just need more structure. And oftentimes, as business owners, we fail in that regard, right? And because we're just out seeing the big picture, we don't realize all of the small details that admin may need to succeed. So that for me was one of the reasons why all of us here at Admin Bootcamp Adventure started this whole thing to help business owners not have to fill in all of the gaps, right?
I think it's partially for our benefit to have them go through this type of stuff,
It is.
but it's more for their benefit because we hire them and they're excited about working for our business. Could you imagine working for me, Michelle?
I think I might run in the road. I don't know.
How-
I'm just
like,
saying. Maybe.
I think I'd be fun to work for and
No, you'd be
equally frustrating to work for because I'm not gonna be able to like hand you a process. I'm gonna be the guy
Yeah.
that's like, here's all my
Here's the
shit,
pile.
right?
Yep.
Just like my bookkeeping clients do to me. Here's all my shit, and
Oh.
you just take care of it.
Yes, of course.
Like that's
Of
what I
course.
do to my admin person. Here's all my shit. You take care of it.
Of course it is.
So
How
I
does
think
it
it's
work
equally
for you,
beneficial
Lee?
for
Lee's
them.
kind of a process guy, though, so he might
Yeah.
have a different experience. He might be kind of a different kind of an owner,
Might
not
be.
kind of
Might
like
be.
us.
It's still like I'm still like dumping stuff on my admin team.
Yeah.
So and then we think like, we think they should read in our minds of how we wanted the things done. So it was
They
definitely
don't?
No, I know.
Oh,
they
They
shit.
don't.
They
Oh,
don't
no,
have
they
a
don't.
crystal ball. They don't have any of that
Well,
stuff.
but my wife does. So
Well, of course.
yeah,
Yeah.
she reads everything. Yeah. Of course.
Oh,
So this wasn't by design, but now that we scooped you up here, Lee,
Oh, geez.
well, you weren't a graduate, but having admins that were a graduate
Yeah.
from last year, what did you see? Live testimonial. How
Yeah,
how like
how'd that
what
work?
was it like having them go through that experience?
Well, it was neat to invest into them. Obviously we're here at Conquer and doing things now, but
Mhm.
it was neat to be able to give back to them because we pay for our own coaching. We need to do that for them as well. And so it was nice for them just to get away and actually just build friendships with like people that, share the same struggles that they do, like dealing with, crazy business owners, and, like we talked about. So,
Yeah.
I'm not the only one.
No, you're not. You're
And
not.
then it was more like after the fact, like they were joined in like in a Slack channel and they had a constant like team and stuff like that they could like kind of communicate with.
Mhm.
And I know Michelle and Megan and Martha, all of them were in there like helping these admins continually after that. So it wasn't just like go to this training and then, hope you learned everything.
Good
It was
luck.
like they had a pretty good process to continue on from there. So yeah.
Awesome.
Back to the process.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, all right, everybody's good.
I'm out.
Moving on.
Let me go buy another domain name.
So what did you guys learn last year in doing it where you're like, well, that was good, but now that we saw how that went, let's take it to the next level? Like, is there maybe let's back up for a second because
Okay.
I get carried away.
Sure.
Talk a little bit about what happened last year.
Okay, so we did 2 events. Martha, help me if I miss any details here. We did 2 events. We did one in March and one in October. We did one with the huge convention in Nashville, and then we did a second one on our own in Nashville. So we did
Ooh.
2 times in Nashville,
Yeah.
and it was really great. I believe we learned a whole lot about the after effect of the training and what we've launched as well as the training is a membership program where you can be in a monthly mastermind with all of us counselors, all of us camp counselors. And that I think has been really great. So we learned how to not only change it from a 1 or 2 day event to an actual membership that people can get more value out of more regularly. So that's what I think we've learned. What about you, Martha? Anything that I missed there?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we have somebody
Rob, it's
else.
okay. I
We have
have no
somebody
idea.
else.
It's
Oh,
trouble. Hey,
I
Rob.
heard beer.
Rob's in the
Well, the
house.
bar is here, so
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah, I was
Sorry.
wondering. I was like, hey, I'm out. I'm getting
We
dinner.
co-opted the bar. Okay,
before it's
good
gone.
to see
Yeah,
you.
go get it.
Like the
You
luggage,
guys-
right?
Yeah,
Thanks,
well,
Lee.
absolutely. Bye, Lee.
See you, man.
See ya.
Bye,
Thanks for
Lee.
coming in.
Rob is in the house.
So
I just tapped
Michelle
in.
roped us into this whole idea
I roped him in.
initially, and we didn't know what we were in for. We were just basically like, all right, if you want us to help, we will. And then we went to our first boot camp, and basically, I know myself, Megan, Tay, we just prepared our material that we were going to present. And that went great. And, like all of our materials kind of evolving. And when we hear them say, oh, I really wish you would have covered this, or so we're still evolving that. But what none of us planned for is kind of the transformation that the admins felt with their personal growth. It was really astounding. And I think that's why we all keep doing it, is that the admins, one, felt so fortunate that their boss sent them. I mean, they literally said that over and over.
Yeah, it was great.
And two, they came in and we said, we're going to take before and after pictures, because they come in timid, scared, don't know what the heck they're doing. Some of them have never been on a plane, never left their family. And then they come and they have this awesome experience where, they learn a lot, but then we provide the meals and there's lots of networking. And we all know as owners how
helpful,
how important that is. And when they leave, I feel like they're completely different people.
They are.
And they're like, you know what? Damn it. I don't just answer the phone. I
run this damn thing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But they feel really empowered in that now it's kind of like they feel part of the team, in that, hey, I mean, we talk to them about upselling, but Megan really goes through a whole visual on how much impact they can make on the average ticket and the revenue. My job is to talk to them about like how to handle the difficult employee conversations and how.
When does that happen? When
that
do
never
you have
happens.
difficult employees?
Yeah,
conversations?
never.
But just in case. Yeah, just in case.
And really, a lot of times your admin is the direct supervisor that people stay for or they leave because of. And so we really talk about the impact of all that. But I love the transformation. It's just, we really form a bond with them. And we still, even if they're not in the membership afterward, they're Facebook friends, etc. And we have a good time.
Yeah.
So
we get messages all the time
I
and
bet.
updates and, hey, I did this or hey, I did that. In fact, I was on Bobby Walker's podcast last week and we talked to Jay, who came to the first boot camp.
Yeah.
And she's
she went
actually
too?
she's actually the general manager.
She runs their business.
Of their business
Yeah,
now. And
like-
Bobby says it's because she got on a plane and came back different.
Yeah.
She came back and said, oh no, now we're going to do this, and
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And she systematized a whole bunch of stuff. So for me, that's a huge testimonial of how impactful this can be, to take what might be starting out as a, mid-level temp employee and then to up-level them so greatly in your business. That's massive.
It's huge.
That's huge. So
Yeah.
for me, that's a win.
it's a win-win for everybody, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, Martha, you hit on it, but it was interesting to me that when I asked Lee, like what the outcome of it was, the first thing he went to was like the impact on them.
Yeah.
And like that they basically came back as like a different person, and they were so thankful to have the opportunity to be developed.
Yeah.
Right.
They love it.
Which like we take it for granted. Like you said, like
We
we're
do.
always investing in our own
Yeah.
coaching and this type of stuff. And that's great.
Yeah.
But like if we don't pass it along, or we can
Pay
only
it
coach
forward.
our employees
It's
so far.
true.
They need the same type of interactions that we get. This type of
They
stuff
do.
engages the hell out of us.
And
It is so funny because you know how we as owners come back and we come back from a good conference and we're like, we're going to change this and we're going to change this. And so we would joke with them. We say, do your owners ever do that? And then say, guess what? You'll come back and go, we've got a Trello board and this is how it's going to run. And we've got this. And so it's pretty great.
yeah, it's been awesome to watch. And I love keeping in touch with everybody. That's one of my favorite parts. I have a massive Slack environment of my own to kind of manage, but then I get in there and it's just always so fun because people are sharing things and, hey, this is a social media post that really converted for our company. Or if you're in window washing or if you're in soft washing, this is really working for us. And here's a cool Christmas light tagline that we're using. And they're sharing resources with each other, which again, you can't as a business owner pay enough for that kind of help.
It's
for
the
that.
community environment too.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's a big part of coming to something like this or do any training is building that community, realizing that you're dealing with the same struggles that other people are,
Yeah.
and realizing you're not alone, and then being able to share that creative, combined power, and also the combined. Oh yeah, you know what? Last Thursday did suck. So did mine.
Yeah.
But this week's going to be better.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because they'll ask each other, hey, I got this jobber problem and blah, 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 blah. And they'll ask, and sometimes they'll even like jump on a Zoom together and, one will walk the other through. And the thing is, if that admin came to you and said, hey, I've got this problem in jobber, you'd be like,
Good luck. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know what you find out.
call jobber. I don't know,
Exactly.
So it's really, we have been blown away. It was one of those, yeah, sure, Michelle, we'll help you. Oh my gosh. I mean, I feel pretty special too when you do this because it's so rewarding.
Yeah.
It really
It's
is.
really cool.
So here's the thing. Send a text message to all the business owners that are sending their admins to this, a quick video of, hey, guess what? They're going to come back and you need to do this, this, and this. Shut up and listen and let them it's
Reverse
we
training.
need to be told how to handle when they come back.
Reverse training.
You are on it because Megan was talking about that, how we're going to implement some owner training on how to not stifle your admin when they come back. And, they've got all this stuff and they need that support to be able to at least bounce the ideas off of you and say, hey, I think we should give it a try. So
how we structure a lot of the tools is they're structured for growth. And so the boards that we give them in Trello for systems and people and finance and all the stuff, it is structured so that they are building their own replacement. And we talk very openly about that. We talk about, well, when your assistant comes in, all of this will be documented for them. And they're essentially building a roadmap to help scale your business so that they can move to the next level. And that gives them a incredible amount of hope and empowers them to say, man, I'm actually in the driver's seat of if I get this thing so big, I can replace myself and I can move to the next, opportunity within the business.
That vision. We already see, and that's something.
But you may not say that to them.
No.
Often,
Yeah, we never do.
Well,
we think about it at night.
Exactly.
Like, man, I'm so thankful.
We know where we
And
want to
never-
grow to, but we don't do a good enough job of relaying that on a regular
Yeah.
basis. And also that, we see the next destination, but as soon as we get kind of close to that, we're like, beyond that, beyond that, beyond that, beyond that. And we don't do a good enough job of regularly communicating that.
Yeah. And so we start talking like that regularly from the beginning. And it's all about build everything that you do. Document
live.
everything that
Anybody,
you say.
anybody.
Yeah, come on in if you want to come say hi.
Yeah.
We're talking about Admin Bootcamp.
Admin Bootcamp. Coming
Talking
out, let's have a
about
drink.
Admin bootcamp.
Yeah,
The
we're
Admin
talking
Bootcamp.
about
Adventure.
Admin Bootcamp
Admin
Adventure.
Bootcamp,
Come on
everyone.
in.
Eric
Hello,
Tower, everybody.
Eric.
No,
Cheers.
Trevor,
Come in here.
Trevor Cook is hiding back here. Back here.
Everybody's
Eli
here.
back there.
All the buddies.
Everybody out.
My admin's in this.
I know she
She
is.
loves it.
Tell us everything, Eric Tower. Get over here and
Yeah,
tell
I
us
don't
how
know
Eric's
it's
much
going.
about it.
Eric's in now.
You don't know?
But she-
Okay, good.
Sub 'em in.
She loves it though. So
Okay, I love it.
yeah. So what do you want to know?
Well, we're
'Cause
just
I don't
talking
have too much
about.
information other than my admin's in it, and she's like she geeks out with the girls. And
Yeah.
hangs out and she just gets excited about all the like numbers and stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Finally.
it's totally worth the investment.
That's
No,
great.
I don't even know what it costs, but it's got to
It's
be
good.
worth it. So.
Like a true visionary. I
I
have no
just
idea what
paid
it
for
costs,
it.
but I know it's worth
I
it.
paid for it, and my admin, she just gets excited about stuff, and I mean that right there is like
That's what
That's
runs your
worth it.
business.
return on investment.
Yeah, that's it.
So
I
Yeah.
love it. Thank
Such a
you.
return on investment, you
Thank
don't even
you.
need to measure it.
Woo!
That's how you know it's good. When
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
such a return, you don't even need to measure it.
exactly. Yep.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
All right.
I love it. Okay,
Well,
Go get
Have a
food.
nice night.
go eat. We'll come down in a minute. We'll come down in a
So
minute.
so what Michelle and Martha, what's on the agenda for this year? Is it like you found what's working and more of the same from the last ones, or
Ooh.
tweaks and improvements? Step 2 to that question is,
Okay, is
do you start getting like repeat admins that like come back, or is it just for people that haven't been there before?
are you reading my mind? Like, are you reading my mind right now?
I don't know.
Are you? Okay.
I'm just
So
that
here's
good.
the thing.
I'm that good of a show host.
You are.
I've
You're
been
so
really
good.
training hard by drinking Busch Light and doing this
Okay,
once a week.
so what we have added and what we have improved, and this is not a huge new ad because Amanda was with us in October, but Amanda Powell from Power Selling Pros will talk you through what is called the call flow. And it's like watching LeBron James. I
Yeah.
mean, legit. She's
Just
up
owns
there,
it.
and every person in the room, including me, including Martha, including Megan,
Oh, yeah.
we're all like scrolling down
Okay,
everything
okay.
because we're just like hanging on every word. She's so incredible. So she teaches people how the nuanced words will keep you in control of the phone call and book the call or book the sale. And it's not about sales, it's about serving.
Mhm.
And so she teaches people that this is actually part of serving your customer. It has nothing to do with money or the top line, bottom, none of that. It's about service. And once she taps into that language of service, these admins literally blow up. They
Mhm.
blow up with excitement.
They
So
were fun.
yeah,
They
they
were-
love it.
I love that angle at it too, because I've never run into an admin person that's like, I want to sell stuff.
Never. That's
They-
not their language.
Their mindset is, I want to help people.
Exactly.
I want to help my employees and I want to help our customers. Which we as business owners understand that that's the same thing.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
we're selling them stuff to help them,
Exactly.
but we're like, this is a sales role. And they're like,
But it's
I just want
not.
to help people. Right? It's like,
Exactly.
it's just a nuanced language. We're all trying to say the same
We
thing.
are. We're just
but-
on opposite sides of the language. So she teaches us that. Taylor does marketing. Martha does all the people and culture stuff. I do systems, and then Megan does money. She teaches
That's
us,
what
like
I'm
I
talking
said,
about. That's
is
what I'm
about
talking about.
is about how that nuanced language then does extrapolate into higher revenue and higher sales tickets. So it's such a good melding of all the different tools, and they walk away with Trello boards for each subject. So they get to have some sort of takeaway that they build out for their own company when they get back. And I have seen some of these Trello boards from the March event and the October event. These girls have stuff linked. They've got videos. They've got other stuff. And
So
when
they-
they are sick or out, or they do hire their replacement, that company is set up for success,
Mhm.
period. There is a framework now for that admin to stand on, and where there wasn't one before, because it's all just in Google Docs and some papers and one binder over there and a bunch of sticky notes over there. And oh, somebody else has it in their brain. All of that stops. It all gets digitally transformed into something that's really actionable and usable for the business owner. So for me, that has a massive value.
Yeah.
And if you spend one day alone with Amanda Powell in your office, her company will charge you 10 grand. So she's no joke.
Damn.
Yeah.
She's like high level.
Yeah.
They put her on planes, and she teaches 75 to 100 people at a time. So to get in a room with her and then have access to her in Slack and have her email address for this stuff, that right there
That's
is
another
a game
level.
changer. Another level.
Let's do this real quick. Martha, I know you're about to chime in with something, but I want to hit something real quick, which is how the hell does somebody sign up? Because we're talking about super awesome stuff. Let's throw it in the comments here. What's the website to go to? What's the link?
Well,
you got a QR code.
I made a QR code. I just texted it to you. So you can probably put it in the comments for us.
Look at that.
And because we're at Conquer, I did a Conquer discount QR code. Okay, so it's going to come in the comments. Don't panic. It's right there.
You're trusting that I know how to do this sort of thing?
You're just going to upload the image, and everybody else that's smarter than both of us is going to figure it out. Okay? Not to worry.
Yeah, no, I'm going to figure this out. This is cool. I'm going to do this
So you're going to save it as an image,
I did that, but like it didn't want to go. It didn't
we're going to...
And
Hey, guys.
Get in here.
Come on
Get in here.
Nice job. Come in and say hi. We're on live. Come on in.
You're live?
We're live. Come on in and say hi.
And Dan's trying to use his phone.
Everybody from the Nice Job crew is here. Come on
it
over,
wants me
Nice
to
Job
put a
crew.
picture.
Get in here.
Are we on BBB?
We're on Bookkeeping Beer and BS.
We're on BBB.
Right now.
Cheers to our audience.
Yay!
Woohoo.
It's beyond me.
Is
I
it
can't.
not working?
I just don't
Give
know
me
how to
your
work these
phone.
things.
I swear to goodness.
Yeah,
Give
here's-
me your
give me-
face.
Yeah,
I want to
okay,
say,
I don't know how to work.
if you guys would
I'm
be
such an old
quiet.
person.
It's okay. I'm going to
Martha, my
absolutely
dear,
do this for
hello.
you. Don't you worry.
Oh, hey, Curtis. How are you?
I'm well.
It
Happy
says
New Year.
public comment.
I'm Happy
just
New Year
comment.
to you. I'm
That's what I
just the
wanted to
one
do, but I
hanging
couldn't
out,
figure
and
out
all
the
you
picture.
It's
friends are
crazy.
over
It's not
there.
working.
And
Okay.
maybe while you're live, it doesn't work.
If
Maybe
you
while
can
you're
be
live.
quiet
Why
long
don't I
enough.
click on? Can I click on it?
Okay.
Oh,
You
it's-
can. Anyway, what's going to happen is we're going to put together this link. It's a Conquer discount link. You get $250 off, which is like 10%
because
in
we're here.
honor of Conquer, to like know that we did the thing while we were at the thing, doing the
Wait,
live thing.
Oh wait,
They did
hey,
the
I
thing,
have
right?
an idea.
Really did.
No, this is
What?
check this out.
Oh,
check
no.
this out. I'm gonna scan. Can I scan?
You can scan it.
Look at this. Look at this.
And then you can just share the link. Look how smart you are. Every once in a while, Dan
So
Plata,
good.
he just comes in for the win.
I'm so good. Every once in a while, I have an idea.
May I interject?
Yes,
just pasted
please,
it in
Martha,
there.
give it to us.
Okay,
Please.
what I was going to say is, Dan was talking about how we try to teach our admins to upsell and that it's a service and all of those things. But
Yep.
I think it sounds different coming from an owner.
does.
Yeah, because they may be thinking, well, sure, he wants me to sell more or whatever. But when you have, this person from Power Selling Pros talking to you about relationship sales, selling without a script,
Yeah.
the words to use, and why it's a service to the client. And then you have Megan following up with just showing, like, in real time, how as you're having that sales conversation, that average ticket goes up, and then what that does to your annual revenue. People are blown away, and it's just completely different than hearing it from your boss who
That's true.
wants to make money.
Yeah, wants
Yeah.
that revenue number, but it's
Yeah.
really a different language thing. So I agree. Okay, did
So-
you make it happen?
I threw it's on the screen right now if you're watching live. If you're listening to the podcast later
Yep.
or checking it out on YouTube later, I put it in the comments for either stream.
Good job.
And then Jairus, when you
Nice
make
job.
this a podcast, throw it in the show notes and
Good
all
job.
that cool stuff.
Okay, so let me tell them the details about the next camp
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we haven't
yeah,
gone
we
over
didn't-
that
we-
yet.
we got
Okay,
I
so
got
I know
distracted.
we
Wait,
went all
yeah,
off
what
track.
are the dates?
Okay,
Let's
so
go
it's
some dates.
February 9th and 10th. So it's coming up pretty soon. It's like 5 weeks away. February 9th
Which
and
is
10th
actually like perfect timing though, because like
in Orlando.
we're gonna start. A lot of us are gonna
I
start
know, right at
hitting
the
our
beginning.
stride into like March,
I know.
and our admin needs to be ready to go.
This is purposeful.
Oh, you're
and
so
here's
smart.
the other crazy thing. We partnered with the Wild Bunch over at GutterCon. And we're hanging with the GutterCon folks. And we're going to be in the same building with them and sharing some resources with them. So
and it's in
all of-
Orlando in February, so
in our-
all of us like from
gonna be
Minnesota
beautiful.
or Canada.
Yeah,
Okay,
everybody
please
should
go
be
down
down
to
there.
Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's information on that link with the QR code and the link that you put in. So thank you so much. And
I
all
did
the
something
details are
useful
there.
today.
You did. Congratulations. I'm going to text your wife and tell her how good you've been.
Yeah. I'd appreciate that. Actually, that would go a long way.
I will. I will. Awesome. So that's it. February 9th and 10th in Orlando. We have a lot of fun stuff. Bobby Walker may have offered to take people on a train ride through all the parks. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. That's just an idea. We're working on
I feel
that.
like now that he said it, you can hold him accountable
we
to
might
it.
have to.
And he's
We might have
super
to.
susceptible to peer pressure.
So, but this,
so
but,
susceptible to peer pressure.
but Tay's world is Disney, so we can't step on the Tay toes. We got to give Tay her Disney dues. So
Did I ever tell you this is fit for live TV?
yeah, please.
The my kids wanting to go see Bob.
No.
So
Give it to me.
Bobby stays at my house when he comes to the Twin Cities,
Sure.
and we've done ice fishing trips last few years. So my kids know Bobby,
Of course.
and the bigger and scarier looking the dude is, the more my kids love him.
Of
Right?
course,
Like
perfect.
the more goofy they are, right? So
Love it.
so I got my cute little Reggie. I think she was 3 at the time, and I'm always flying to these sorts of things, right?
Sure.
I'm gone a lot, which sucks, but is cool. Like my kids, they don't
it right now.
they don't like seeing me leave, but they're super excited for like 5 minutes when I get home.
Oh, yes.
Right? And then they're back off doing their shit.
You're like, whatever.
But so we're talking. They're like, "Where do you go on these airplanes?" And how do they've never flown anywhere. They're 6 and 4, and I've never flown them anywhere.
It's
like
time,
almost
Dad.
a little bit.
It's time, Dad.
But so I was
It's
like,
time.
we should just get on a plane and go somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like, where would you guys want to go? And so Danny, my oldest one's just sitting there, and Reggie, my youngest one, is like, I want to go see Bob.
Bob.
But I didn't know who she was talking about. I have like an
Bob
Uncle
the
Bob,
Builder?
and I just like and I've never called him Bob. I call him Bobby.
Of
When
course.
he's around, he's Bobby. And
Yeah.
I'm like, who? And I'm
How'd
thinking
you
of my
come up with
uncle, right? I'm just like, he lives in Wisconsin. Like, why would you want to go see Uncle Bob? Okay. Like, and I'm like, what do you mean you want to go see Bob? Yeah, I want to go see Bob. And she's just like dialed in on this thing.
Laser focus.
And so I'm just like, Reggie, like, explain to me why you want to go see Bob. And she's like, because he lives next to Mickey Mouse.
oh,
And that was it. Because every time he's in town, he's like,
Right.
yeah, I'm neighbors with Mickey Mouse. And my kids are just like,
what?
like you get to live. So that's where if we go anywhere,
You
we gotta
better
go. Gotta go see Bob.
That's
Better.
Gotta go see Bob.
Bob has a
Gotta
great
go
Mickey
see
Mouse T-shirt that he wears sometimes too.
Does he?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
should tell him to bring it out next time.
Mhm.
I
it'll
like
be
With the
Uncle Bob
fanny
there.
pack, you can wear
With
the fanny pack
pack.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Be a real creeper.
With
And the
the
rainbow
fanny pack.
suspenders.
Mhm.
Hey, has ice fishing started yet, Dan?
Yeah,
Yep, I
ice
was
fishing.
out for 5 straight days. My
Um,
folks came up, and my wife and I and our 3 kids were in an 8-foot by 16-foot box out on the ice for 5 days.
Oh my word.
I took a shower. By shower, I mean I changed my underwear once while we were in the fish house.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
but
And
we
nobody
did-
got hurt? Everybody
Nobody
was
got
good?
hurt.
Nobody
My dad and I almost got in a fist fight
Well, there's
once.
that.
But other than that, it was just over a board game, so it's not a big
Oh,
deal.
of course.
Yeah, it was over a board game.
Oh,
We got in
man.
for 3 fish fries while we were out there.
Yes.
So we were catching
Really?
enough fish. We were catching so many fish. We had to go in and cook some so we could go keep catching more fish.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
mission accomplished.
That's so
Mission
cool.
Have you ever
accomplished.
seen the movie Grumpy or Grumpy Old Men?
No,
Yeah.
I
I
haven't.
love that whole. We go out on the ice. Everyone has their ice fishing hut, and everyone
Mhm,
just goes
mhm.
out and spends their winters ice fishing.
This is
So
more
fun.
like glamping though, because it's like an 8 by 16-foot box with a TV and an oven and a microwave, and it's
I
70
was-
degrees, and it's like
Wrap up
Okay,
love.
I'm in
rubber-
for that.
It's got rubber floor with rugs, and you're wearing your slippers, and like
Oh my
it's
gosh.
very
And
And it
cushy.
still has
Yeah,
the
it's
ice
very cushy.
hole?
Yeah, so the hole is actually like a hole in the floor, and then you bank the house in so it's insulated, and then you drill the hole underneath the floor, and then you put a cover and everything. Cole Sycophus in the house, Luke Abbott in the house. You want to be live?
Say hi,
You want to be famous?
We're pitching out.
Do you want to be
Let's go. Come on.
famous?
Come
We got
sit.
a Facebook
Come
notification. I was like, he's around here somewhere.
Yeah, he is.
Just everybody listen for a second.
He's not live until
You'll
Come on in.
hear
Come
him.
on in.
We got Cole Sycophus and we got Luke Abbott. We're talking about
Hey.
the admin boot camp adventure.
We are.
And
We're
that people
talking
need
about
to
it.
send their admin folks. You guys.
Bye, guys.
Nice
See
job
ya.
out. Doug Myers is in the house laughing. He's
the
laughing at
husband.
us
Just call me the cheer section.
with the peanut gallery.
cheerleader.
We're gonna get them roadie T-shirts. All the husbands
Oh yeah.
with our logo and then roadie
like
on the
it.
back.
I like
I'm just saying.
So I'm gonna be a roadie.
I'm just saying. No, no, not you.
What's my role
Our
here?
husbands, me and Tay and Martha
Yeah.
and Megan.
The Fight Club husbands.
Yeah, the
Fight Club
husbands.
husbands.
The husbands.
Mhm, mhm.
So what do we got going on?
We're
Okay,
talking
so-
about the importance of your office manager, admin person, and how they actually run your business.
They do.
They
They
totally
It
do.
do.
certainly runs mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
And they're all trained. Perfectly trained, right?
Trained and
They're
ready to
perfectly
go.
trained, and you just give them whatever you
Yeah.
want. You give them no instruction, and they
Yep.
just figure it all out
You
with
read
no
your
training
minds.
at all.
Read your
They
minds.
read
Hey,
your mind.
listen, I was the same way. I'm like, hey, would you go learn this thing and then be proficient by such and such date? Because we need to run with it.
Yeah. We're gonna need that. We're gonna need that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I tell you what though, like we got Megan Likes, like Lindsay's going through the Megan Likes boot camp.
Yeah,
That's
the
it. That's what we're talking
That's
about.
what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking
That's
about.
us,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so we got Lindsay doing Megan Likes, we got Blue Skies bookkeeping,
Perfect.
and we got everything dialed in.
Dialed in.
I
meant.
So
like
has
it.
your admin already gone through the boot camp, or are they going to the one in February?
So I don't think she's going to one in February. We haven't signed her up for that. But
Okay.
she's doing
She's
like,
in,
the
like, the
online,
program.
yeah, the program.
She's in the membership
Membership.
program.
Ah.
We see her for the
Ah.
monthly
Yeah.
masterminds
Hell
and the
yeah.
monthly hot
Yeah.
seats. So we see her in there.
So give us like we're live. Give us the live testimonial.
Yeah, we-
how
I
does it?
mean-
Because like selfishly,
didn't
it's
know.
gotta like change your life for the better.
Oh yeah, it's changing my life. It's changing her life. She's learning a lot. Like so much more. Like so she started out from being like the CSR,
Sure.
like the office manager. Now she's
Mhm.
the general manager of All Clean. Like she's just
That
gained-
word that word comes up over and over
Hello.
again. They go from like office manager to general manager because
'Cause-
all of a sudden everybody realizes like, oh, you actually run this business.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
They run a lot.
all these steps that like she's taking to help better the business. She's also bettering herself by learning all of these new tools.
Yep.
And going through the boot camp and
Yeah.
everything. So
How's her engagement since she went through?
it's unbelievable. She is too engaged sometimes.
Wow.
She's up at,
She
like,
cares
1, 2 in
more.
the morning. Yeah. Well, you can ask Megan yourself. Like
Yeah.
Megan thought she ran the company. She thought Lindsay owned the company. And like, I can't say like enough about
It's
like,
cool when you get like somebody that didn't know they were going to be
I
live
didn't
and then
know
they
he
jump
was.
on.
I didn't
Yeah,
even connect that he was
Yeah.
Lindsay's. I didn't even know that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, see, everybody thinks
What do you
we
got
own the
to
company.
add, Cole?
So great.
We're looking at hiring an admin this year, so I'm taking it all in as like,
Yeah.
am I gonna send an admin to
Next
this boot
steps.
camp?
Yeah.
Perfect. Next steps.
Send them to the
Yeah.
boot camp.
That's awesome.
And no offense, because we know you're not going to train their ass.
No,
You're gonna like give them a pile of shit to do. And
it's
they're
hard
like,
to train
okay, I gotta
somebody
go.
to do something when you don't know how to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
point. That's a good point.
Well, that's exactly
Maybe
it.
you could train people ahead of time and be like, you should really go help Cole. Just pick up.
No kidding. We
Blue
should run a
Skies will recruit you
recruiting,
guys some admins to train
a
in the
recruiting
future.
and placement
Preemptive
training.
training.
We might do
A whole
stuff like
circle
that.
here.
Who
Yeah.
knows? Who knows? And I know Martha and I have talked about it, and the other rest of the team. There's not any end to what we can do with this program. We could do a book club. We could do other professional development pieces. We could do all kinds
This
of
is
cool
that
stuff.
wouldn't be like a book
okay?
club like my wife does, where it's really a wine club.
No,
it would actually
we-
be like a book club.
It would actually be books
Okay,
because
okay.
they're actually at your business while it's happening.
I
So we
got
would
it, I got
actually
it.
do the books. It wouldn't be the wine. But there's all
But
kinds
maybe
of
the
really
wine too.
What about beer club?
maybe.
A
You
beer
got the
club.
beer club.
Yeah, I got a beer club.
But there's a lot of really cool things we'd love to add in the future. So please don't think that just the in-person event or the membership is all we have. We have a lot of really cool ideas.
Alumni events. Oh, we didn't even
Ooh.
talk about
Yeah, please.
Dan. What
Please.
I love, pay for performance. That's me.
I'm all about it.
Yep.
What I love is in the membership, so each month, there's a mastermind topic and we take turns on which section of the business. But every month, because we're going with that boot camp theme, they can earn merit badges. And so we assign homework and then they can earn merit badges. And then we have an alumni event once a year where we actually, do the celebrations and the pinnings and all of that, and spa day. And it's good. It's
A lot
good
of cool
stuff.
stuff.
It
A lot of cool stuff.
here's a wild and crazy idea.
Give
You
it
have
to
to get the
us.
business owner on board. I in my previous life at Cargill, we do an annual recognition event,
Sure.
and a couple people each year would win the President's Club awards, and they didn't know they were going to get it ahead of time, right?
Sure.
So there's this huge event. I mean, like our business would spend $200,000 on this, so it was like 2 days off site with the people and their families.
Wow.
With it was the entire leadership team, their families, and people that won awards. Some people won certain awards for certain like achievements and stuff like that,
Right.
and they knew they were invited.
Sure.
And then certain people that were already like invited or part of that leadership team also got awards, but they didn't know it was coming.
Got it.
and their families would fly in for it. Their parents, like the company would
that's
fly
cool.
in everybody and would like to tell the stories and stuff like that. So it's just like there are tissue
Cheer
boxes.
fest.
So
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and like world of crazy ideas. If they won an award and they didn't know it, and their owner flew in or their
Yeah.
family flew in, like that would be some
This
deep
is
stuff. That'd be
good
some
stuff.
tearjerker
Really good.
stuff.
That's
Yeah.
good
So
stuff.
I'm just throwing it out there. I get a little choked up even talking about
I
it.
love it. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
I love
I
it.
can see our next MC for the alumni event.
I know. I feel like Dan is offering his services. I'm just saying.
If you give me a microphone, you just got to deal with the consequences. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I love it.
My only
Love it.
request would be, free Busch Light. If we can make that happen,
I bet we can do it.
Lord.
Okay, I'll buy the Busch Light. Fine,
Okay,
I'm in. So the link is on the screen, you guys. We'll post I think after we're live, we'll be able to post the QR code.
Sure.
So we're
We'll
fancier.
do all the
so
fancy
we're fancier.
stuff. No problem.
And Jai will throw it in the show notes and everything like that. He even dropped the Fight Club for
Oh,
Business
how
link in there.
nice. Look
All
at
right. All
February
right.
9th and 10th in Orlando.
Yep.
How do they go to the link, or is a hotel included, or they book a hotel, or
They
how does
book a hotel. We have
Okay.
a hotel block with deep discounts as close
Sweet.
to the place. And then we are meeting with the same, we're in the same hotel. Is it the Wyndham Grand? Forgive me, at GutterCon. It's wherever the
No, no, no.
GutterCon event is happening. We're
And
hanging
that's
out with
at
those guys.
Gaylord. That's at the
Oh,
Gaylord.
the Gaylord. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
We're
you.
at the Wyndham right now.
I'm at the Wyndham now. I'm
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
confused.
Yeah.
Too many travels. Too
A
many
lot of
travels.
travel.
But we do
So
provide
is it the
like
9th
all
and
the
10th,
meals.
Flying on the 8th and out the 11th.
They should
or-
probably fly in on the 8th so they get some good rest. We're gonna really work them hard all day, Wednesday or Thursday and Friday, and then yes, they should plan to leave on
Fly on
Saturday
Saturday.
morning. Yeah,
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
have an after party.
they have an after
We
party, so yeah,
provide
For
all the
sure, fly out
meals.
Saturday.
they don't want to miss
And take
that.
it from me. Fly out Saturday like 11 a.m. or noon.
Yeah, I was gonna say
And-
noonish.
I don't know if
I'm gonna send my
anybody's ever
Wednesday.
partied with Martha.
gonna
She's
send her.
she's a quiet but deadly. I don't know if you
Mhm.
know this about
She'll
her.
keep
didn't-
going.
No,
she'll
she
keep
keeps
going.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know.
did
I know.
not
I end
keep
up in bed,
with
she
Megan
keeps
and
going.
Tay. and some of the campers who were hardly said a word, and then when we were in Nashville, man, they were
Yep.
cowboy
Party
hats.
You put a couple
dancing on
bush
the
lights in
floor.
them, and all of a sudden they're out there,
Yep.
like just like Cole here.
Yep.
Put a couple bush lights in them, and look out.
It's all work until Friday afternoon, and then it's rip and
That's right.
run time.
That's right. Now, I just want to point out one thing. I said to Michelle earlier, she's like, we only need like a few minutes. We'll go live, blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
I was like, Michelle, like, we don't, she's like, I don't even know what we're going to talk about. I was like, we'll promote the show and stuff. And I had to make the point of like, we don't need anything to talk about. I do that for 2 hours, most shows. So here we are, like she was like, oh, it'll be real quick. We're like 42 minutes in. And,
Yeah, we're
and
Yeah.
good. And we've
Oh,
had like
man.
10 people stop by. We had a
Yeah.
bunch of fun.
just that
This was
live
great.
show vibe, that
I
live
hope my
show
Lindsay's
vibe.
Yeah, make us all jealous.
She
You.
is.
Oh, good, good. I
So I
hope
want to tell
so.
her she's going away in February.
Yeah,
You're going.
Lindsay,
Get the hell out of here.
get out.
You're
You're
going.
going.
You're going.
Go.
I
I love
who's writing hi guys? Who's checking in with the hi
Hey,
guys?
all the people.
Cole
all the
Sycophus
people.
was watching.
Oh,
Did you see that?
look at him.
Bitch was watching. Samantha Snyder checking in. What's going on, Samantha?
Woo.
Dan Euler's checking in.
Hi,
Oh,
Sam.
Dan Euler. My accounting department was trying to track Dan down. We got to check in with Dan. Christine's watching. Oh, that Cole guy. Schmidt exterior cleaning in the house. Thanks for checking in, you guys. Martha, Michelle, any closing comments before we go grab some grub?
I think just invest in your people, invest in your admin specifically, because all those things you mentioned, airline pilot, coordinator, bookkeeper, your admin really is your customer service, the first touch point in your business. They help with your staff, with your materials, with your organization, just in general. They touch so many different places in your business that you may not even understand. And for us to give them some really cool framework upon which they can continue building their skills, that's really what it's all about. So if that's not your skill set as the owner, and I'm sure it might not be, and it certainly isn't
Yeah,
mine
yep.
sometimes, I have learned something every time we do this. I'm in the back writing down Megan's stuff. So please invest in your admin this time and send them, because this is going to be something really cool that they can bring home some really cool tools with,
Yeah.
just like you've heard from our members here. So I'm excited.
If you
Yeah.
want to grow, you have to do this.
Yeah, you do.
You do. It's
Yeah.
gonna make your life so much better.
It's such a win-win, and it's crazy, and it feel like we invest so much in ourselves, and we don't always do it for our employees,
Right.
but like especially that role. Not that we shouldn't invest in our other employees, but especially that role. When you have a good admin, you're like, holy shit, I can actually grow this business,
Yeah.
and it's not all on me to spin all the plates
Yeah.
because they really are the ones running the business, and they're that quarterback, traffic controller,
Yep.
doing the things behind the scenes. So I'm
Yeah.
all in. I'm
I love
100% all
And
about it.
you're attending and like you see those aha moments go like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about doing that. But we're too busy to tell them.
That's right.
All right. We'll see your admins February 9th and 10th.
Yeah.
If anything, just like send them with some sunscreen and a swimsuit. Get their asses down to Orlando. It's February. Get them out of Upper New York for the love
Wherever
of
they
God.
are.
Lindsay, go to Orlando. All right, guys. As always, thanks for tuning in. Cool to come at you guys live from where the hell are we? We're in Florida too right now. Clearwater Beach.
Don't ask Michelle. She
At
doesn't know.
the Wyndham Grand, whatever
We're at the
Michelle said
Wyndham,
earlier.
yeah.
But thanks
Sorry.
for tuning in on a little impromptu show. If you're catching this live, click that damn link and go check out the admin boot camp adventure, not Rockstar adventure.
Adventure.
Go check that out. If you're catching it later on the podcast, click on the show notes and scope it out, you guys. It's totally worth it. Totally worth it.
All right.
Until next time, we'll see you guys next Wednesday night right back here on Bookkeeping Beer and BS. Work smarter and harder.
Bye.
Go get yourself some pride.
Peace.
Cheers.
Cheers.